Hi, this is Julia M. Spencer. I'm a real estate advisor, investor, and your #1 source for real estate advice online. It's kind of loud here, so I have to scream a little bit, but I just came from a round trip quest, and I'm just going to walk and keep talking, researching an additional angle of how to make money with tax sale foreclosures. And they're not actually even tax sale foreclosure, they're actually special assessment tax foreclosures. So today's quest was to find an office that levies special assessments on properties, and sometimes you just never know what you're gonna get. As they say here in Savannah, life is like a box of chocolates. Hold on, I need to cross the road right here. So probably somebody's gonna photobomb me, but basically sometimes you never know what you get sometimes. So I'm walking around these offices trying to find out who is actually levying special assessment taxes, and the tax assessor, city tax assessor, sent me to the housing development office or something, and they then sent me to the housing office. Nobody knew what I wanted and nobody had an idea, but I did find a lady who told me all about a specific federal program called the DREAM program. I've never even heard of it, but it basically gives first-time home buyers assistance purchasing properties if they are located within the city limits. So if you're a real estate investor and you bought some tax sale foreclosure properties, like the kinds that first-time home buyers would buy because they're cheaper, or they maybe need some fixing up, and you have some home buyers that are really want to get into their first home on their own, this is the place to go, because they will give you assistance in down payments. And I didn't know this. This is a federal program, so it's probably available in your state also, but it is available in the state of Georgia. So this is where this is good for me as an investor. You know, when I have people approaching me, they have a hard time coming up with closing costs or down payment, and then all of a sudden there's this program where they can apply, and it's a very easy application process, like one page, and they can get a down payment or closing costs paid to them by this program, which is awesome because it is deferred for 30 years. So basically somebody else pays for it. So what does that mean if somebody else pays for it? I'm inside the elevator now, actually. That just means that if you have to make a 20% down payment on a house that you want to buy, that the city will pay for it, and they pay for your closing costs up to a certain amount, and all you have to do is apply for your bank's loan, and you're in a house for like $1,000. It's just amazing, because usually it costs thousands of dollars in closing costs, a down payment to even get a loan. But this is what the DREAM program offers potential home buyers so that they can afford a home or buy a home. And for you as a real estate investor who wants to sell properties, this is great, because you can get some people into the house quickly. You can help them get the financing that they need, and basically sell your property without not having to turn away people. And the other good thing is that this particular program actually opens your pool of buyers and makes it larger. So basically you have now all of a sudden a larger pool of buyers. And the way the lady explained it to me here in Savannah is basically if you are if you have buyers, you would need to send them to the city official first that deals with this program, so that she can advise them then on which lenders to use, because they work with special lenders, and realtors, they work with other lenders. Me as a real estate investor, I really don't care who the lender is as long as somebody makes the payment. So this is a really great program that I've never even heard of, and I didn't even look for this today. This was not my aim to find, but it is something that I'm going to add and mention to potential buyers, especially first-time home buyers. And and one of the requirements is that the buyer that qualifies for this program has to do a home education class and credit counseling class and a couple other classes to qualify, which is actually excellent. In fact, I think every single person that gets a mortgage or buys a house should do this. I wish I would have had that when I first started. I know I've learned everything, the hard way by making the mistakes, not knowing anything about it, but I know better now. So this is the place to educate people where they should go and get started on financing for a home, and which will probably make them first-time home buyers very quickly. So that's something, it's not actually within the tax sale foreclosure realm. I'm going to make more videos about that. We didn't get there today, but we learned a lot. I got a lot of forms to read. I'm going to go myself to some of these classes because they're actually free. Homeowners classes and credit counseling classes. I just want to know what they say, and I want to understand what kinds of things that are useful, and I'm going to use some of that information for my future videos and for my audiobooks. For all of you subscribers, thank you so much for listening. Don't hesitate to go to my website, juliamspencer.com. One of my future audiobooks is basically is going to be an audiobook on first-time home buyers. This will be an excellent place for you to learn all these things that I'm learning. A lot of times when you talk with real estate professionals that have been in the field for a while, they kind of forget about some of the stuff that first-time home buyers just don't know. And so it's very important for me to put that kind of information down, because it's not written down anywhere unless you pick up a book, but much easier to listen to an audiobook. So anyways, with that, I'm going to go to my website, juliamspencer.com, subscribe, and send me any questions that you may have. I look forward to hear from you.
For your free guide to real estate investing, visit juliamspencer.com.